Here's another big bag bed garden. There's another tomato there that broke off and I stuck back in the ground. It's amazing. Sometimes you wait 4 or 5 days to keep them good and wet and they'll start growing again. I hope he does. But there's tomatoes all in there, and then they're so thick you can't even see, but there's tomatoes down in there already. And this squash plant here, there's one little squash plant and he took off, and the sucker now is covering everything else up. These are bush tomatoes over here. But there's 2 bell pepper plants down in there that I planted. One of them is a yellow bell pepper plant I wanted, and I guess they're not getting enough sun, but I came out here yesterday and trimmed some of the leaves off that was out here on front. This is a blackberry plant that was in another pot and he started trying to die, so I moved him over here. But there's stuff planted down there that hasn't started yet. I'm gonna put some lettuce in this bag. I just started yesterday, and I transplanted this biggest one from the pot over there, the squash plant over there, and then the little one I transplanted from squash plant. And these two, as 2 boxes, I transplanted from squash plant here around on the other side. These tomatoes here are, I think these are large cherry tomatoes. These plants here that just now starting to take root are banana peppers. More tomato plants over there. I've got 4 different kinds. I've got them mixed up. Bugs got to my cauliflower and I didn't know it. You see down on the ones down on the end, they really got to them, but they're chewing them up. I sprayed today with neem oil. I'm trying to spray with only organic stuff. I thinned some of these out. Some of them ain't making it. Some of them turn dark yellow and just have to be thrown away. Over here, for example, you can see this one here. Well, that one's probably okay, but that one over there is looking dark yellow. Probably be too tough to eat. I guess might as well go and get him off. I'm getting some tomatoes up here on these too. But bugs or whatever, some kind of bugs got to my plants here, eating them up. And I sprayed them with neem oil a while ago. They should be okay, I hope. This was where I started. At one time there was 11 plants in here, and that's where I took 4 over to the other pot and 1 over to the other one. I took 5 of them out of here already. No, I think I took 6 out, and there's 5 left. So they're just now getting started. Now that I thinned them out, maybe they'll start taking off and catch up with those others. Got blooms over all over the place. These are bell pepper plants that I planted from seeds. Took them a while, but they're starting to go. I don't know if y'all can see these. This camera's getting these peppers or not, but there's a couple of peppers in there. I'm too greedy. I don't let them get too big before I start eating them. That one there is kind of slow, but I bet he'll take off. Yep, I'll walk over here to the other side. I got 2 tomato plants that I put over here on the fence. Told my neighbors if they make tomatoes and if they're up close enough to the fence, they can reach over the fence and grab them a tomato. They're getting blooms on it. They're going to take off here after a while. Both of these were, I cut the top out of other tomato plants and stuck them down in the ground.